Okay, day 209 of the cut, and Tyler's reaction when I first walked into the gym was that I don't look so
He's
good.
not doing good. He's not doing good. He's unwell.
And I would have to agree because the new macros are absolutely kicking my ass. Like yesterday, meals were 180 grams of chicken, 70 grams of like salad mix, a little bit of no calorie hot sauce, and then salt, and that's it. Repeated for 5 meals. And the thing is I planned this training week out before I knew that calories would be going as low as they are. So not really sure how realistic the numbers that I called for myself today will be, but we're gonna do our best to do our best with the circumstances. And with that, I think number one priority with feeling this low, feeling this chattery, feeling this shaky is just to not do anything that will fuck me up. Because if I fuck up when I've had this much momentum building, I would be very upset at myself. So if things are sketchy, we'll take her easy. If things feel good to go, we'll be good to go. On that note, target today is supposed to be top set 545 for 5, but every single part of me right now wants to go and do a couple sets of leg extensions, a couple sets of leg curls, and then call it good enough for today. So I guess we gotta wake ourselves up a little bit. Downside of having the Bells of Steel treadmill at home now is that my calves seem to be growing from all of the incline resistance walking. And I mean, this is not the first time I felt like shit going to a squat session. Also, not going to be the last time that I will feel like shit going to a squat session. And I know from experience that when I do feel like this going into a session, I'm usually able to at least kind of pleasantly surprise myself. So, yeah, doing our best to do our best, and we will see where we end up. So immediate plan is to act like not enough of a loser that we could have at least a realistic shot at that planned top set. Got a little bit tipped forward of that one, had to tone the sauce down, but and like if I find that I am getting tipped onto my toes and like feel like I'm gonna lose my balance forward on light warm-ups, I actually take that as a pretty good sign that I'm driving through my toes hard enough. So yeah, we're going up. So we're going 2 plates, and if you're wondering why there is a high box down, Tyler running team program and got him doing high box squats this week so we can expose like overall loading a little bit to prioritize him not being an asshole and crumpling through the torso underneath a heavy weight. I'll make sure to film some of his top sets to hold him to that. Feels shockingly normal, so I think we're going up again. Balance. A little sketchier than I would have loved, but I think we can still go up. And straight to 4 plates, because there's only one way to find out if we're good, because if we're good here, we'll be good here. If we're not, I guess we're not going to be. And like, I'll know if it's going to be fucked up as soon as I unrack it. So like, if I take it, it should be fine.
Yeah,
but
I'll line you up. Look strong. Good. Chin. Good.
Back.
One more.
Sick.
Forward. There you go. Good.
Because it was like, as soon as I set the brace and pulled the hips under, I was like, oh yeah, we got this today, so we'll go up for another one at least. And we're filming Tyler's 435 here because he kind of bounced on the box like an asshole, so hopefully the camera makes him feel tighter. Or stay tighter. Feel tight, stay tight. Let's go, dude. Big pack. Good. Pull, pull, pull. Tension, tension. There you go. Way forward. Maybe a little longer pause, but I'd say that's acceptable. Because it's like, on a raw box squat, we want to unload enough on the box, like the box is taking some of the weight, but we don't want to put so much weight on it that we get all loosey-goosey and got to swing off the sucker. And already counting that 495 as a little bit of a win in my head, so if we make this 525 happen, it is just a bonus. And obviously I want to make this bonus set good enough that we can do the planned 545 for 5, because that's the real target. And same deal, like I'll know off the pick if it's good.
Yeah.
Big head pack.
One more. Control.
I'm getting, I think it's like my quads are so fucking sore from the hack squat about making it too hippie, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Because like the reps where I'm bringing enough focus in the leg curling in, much better than the ones where I just kind of go where the body wants to go right now. So I think we're more deliberate. We can make that 545 happen. And like I shouldn't be this surprised by it, but taking the food out of the diet, making me much more out of breath after sets than I'm used to. And this is Tyler's last set here, so we'll see if he can do a little bit better than the other one. Good. Lock that shit in. Good. Pull, pull, pull. Hold. Yep. Fuck yeah, dude. That's moving.
Fuck yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good raw box squat, guys. And Tyler doing good there means that it's now my turn to load 545, so yay. And we'll know if we're good for it off the pick, but if I can nail that pick, nail the quad tension, should be a fun time. That's it.
Forward.
Oh, that would have got sketchy.
5 sets of 1.
No, I'm done. Not thrilled with how that felt, but I mean, considering how I feel, I gotta at least be okay with it with where I am today. And we're filming Darrell's top set, just so there's something not depressing in this vlog. Find that spot. Spot. Good, pull, 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 pull. Yeah. Good, harder pack.
Tight bottom.
Hell yeah. Way in.
God damn, it looks even more like a squat than the last time I saw it.
Yeah, right? It's coming back. And hindsight, with where energy was, probably should have known better than to take the 545 because I was feeling pretty shittered after the 545 and feeling very shittered right now. And I know that I'm supposed to be doing high bars and like, yes, kind of am being a pussy with this, but I think with how I'm feeling, how wobbly I am, how hard it is to get into the quads well today, I think the more productive call will be to go and run some feel-good stuff in the leg press, make sure that I am not too overcooked so we can make the Wednesday deadlift as productive as we can. So we're going to go jam on some leg press. And considering that I haven't tried this giant thing yet, we're going to start out a little bit conservative here. It is smooth though. Like that is very nice. And like the angle is super steep, so I don't think we need to put too many plates on it, which I'm quite thankful for at this point in my life. Okay. Have a good night.
You as well.
And considering the goal right now is just feel good, thinking we should be able to pull off straight to 3, and hopefully that feels hard enough that we can make some kind of work sense out of it. So we'll find out if this is heavy enough to stay there. Based on that, we may actually be in trouble. And the problem with that is I currently do not know if I am just shittered, if I suck at leg presses, or if this thing is egregiously difficult, because that felt much less easy than I wanted it to. Oh well, though, we'll give her a couple minutes, then run another one. Good news, though, is that after that first set, we should be more mentally prepared for how much this is going to suck. I think it's safe to say that we got more out of that than we would have gotten out of high bars, so I'm okay with this swap. And the plan was to actually run Bulgarians here, but I went to the machine, loaded a plate. Oh, that's tight feeling. Right hip was just like cramping to shit, so I was like, nah, let's not load that and see if we can open her up a little bit and kind of like get the shit to work without totally cooking it with some low step ups. And this may be ambitious how things are feeling, actually. Oh, that's gross. Oh, and controlling is terrible. Oh. That chatter. Oh. If anything, this is making me feel better about how squats went. Getting a little smoother, so say appropriate call pulling the trigger on this. Assuming lefty feeling not terrible. Yeah, much prettier picture here. Still gonna get a nice little pump. And obviously this is not doing a lot for me in terms of like producing any sort of tissue stimulus, but the hope here is that running these now should be ahead of the curve in making sure that control isn't too terrible for Wednesday. And I think like knowing how terrible this is, knowing how that Bulgarian felt, going to be adding these into my daily prep work just to make sure that we're on top of shit, because with the current state of laziness, probably should be better on top of shit than I am right now. So we'll cruise, see if we can smooth this out a little bit more. Try to get a little bit more hinge in as well. Make sure we're squeezing the glute up to the top. And it's catching the way I want it to catch, so this was the right call. And like, if anything, I'm glad we did kind of overexpose the hip there today because we are so low, because I'd rather, you know, overexpose it with a weight that doesn't fuck anything up for real, so we can get ahead of it before the food comes back in and we put weight on the bar, because that would have been a less fun experience to have stuff be weird with 800 pounds on my back. So, yeah. And with how it's feeling, still going to run GHRs, but there is no freaking way we were putting a band on this sucker today, so we'll just go body weight until it gets challenging enough to be, you know, a work set. Whoop. This thing is a little sketchy, eh? I can like feel the right glute fighting for its freaking life, so trying my best to squeeze that sucker hard. Oh, calling that good enough for set one. Realizing I should have filmed Darrell's for a sec, because there's some shit that I want to fix on it, because he's kind of cheating a little bit, because like when he's in the bottom, he's pretty soft hip. Well, that's scary. But he's like really lumbar extended, so he's kind of like coming up like that. So what I want to see is more glutes through, abs down, try to get a little flatter in here, keep the ass squeezed, and it should be way grosser. So, we'll see. Hindsight, I probably could have put a band on this, but I'm also glad that I didn't band this one today. Because that did get plenty hard. And I could pretend that I'm doing this because I think it's going to be better with how the hip is feeling. But the real reason I'm running the single leg back raises is I do not want to load plates on the reverse hyper at this point in my life. So I'm going to warm her up with body weight. Just go till we get a good glute squeeze. Get in there. Give righty a few. And then we'll explore adding a little bit of load with one leg. Actually really happy with how that right hip feels here. Like it's catching again. Like glute is squeezing, not cramping. Step ups were a good call. And just so we're not being a total pansy here, gonna try a plate. I'm actually super excited to load this, so hopefully we don't die. Oh, that is what dreams are made of. Depending how right leg feels, we might be able to go up. Yeah, I think we're gonna go 2. Am very okay with this. So yeah, we're gonna give 2 a rip, which may be an aggressive jump considering it's only one leg, but we gotta do it to find out. Woo! Aggressive, but manageable, so we'll see how Reddy does. Glad I was able to at least push something hard today. And another decision out of nothing but pure laziness. Gonna go slack dress machine for the rows. Forgot how nice this thing feels. Maybe we should be more lazy more often. Do need to add weight though. Still trying to get that like round, pack everything back. We'll go up a little bit for the next set. Mostly because I think it'd be wrong of me to use the select drives machine and not utilize the full stack. So we're gonna give her a decent crank. Gonna call that good enough for today. And now for what I've been looking forward to the most today, which is ab work. Not because I'm excited to train abs, but because I know that once I do train abs, it means I can go home and go to bed. So, yeah. And for that, we're back over here for the bench sit-ups, grabbing a 25 and getting a little bit adventurous. So, wish me luck. Oh, that's so gross. A little better than last week, though, so I'm okay with it. And I think the biggest positive takeaway from today's squats is, even if I felt freaking terrible, Brace felt pretty okay, so I know the ab work I'm doing is working. So we're gonna run another round here, but we're gonna get a little bit more adventurous and grab a 35. So wish me luck once again. And all I can think right now is I need to get to the point where I can do that on the GHR without the back support of the bench. And like, not super stoked with how that top set of squats felt. Not super stoked with the hip cramping to all shit afterwards. But I think considering where food is, I can't be too unhappy with how the day went. And I think like the only thing I could be unhappy about is like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken that 545 in hindsight, but you know what? It is what it is. We're no worse off for it. And I think the lesson that I learned today, once I kind of tweaked and modified accessories a little bit at the end, is like on the littler stuff, I still can crank decently hard. So I think like moving forward until food does come back in, I might have to tone down the larger accessories in the short term to allow me to be a little bit fresher, not totally crater myself and die. So we'll calm her down a bit. We'll make sure we're not forcing the top sets when things are this low. And I think if we do that, we should be able to handle the next couple of weeks or next week and a half now A-okay. And if we handle the next week and a half A-okay, I mean, it should be more okay when food does come back to the picture. And holy freaking shit, I am looking forward to that at this point. But we are where we are. We got to deal with it. We got to stick it out, because if we deal with it and stick it out, the rebound should be all that much more fun. So looking forward to being less pathetic here shortly, but vlogs may be boring for the next little bit. I'll still do my best to, do my best, but my best may be a little bit limited. And again, I'm not saying that to like try to talk myself into shit performance. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in a mindset where I'm not forcing myself to do something stupid just because I want to push like I have been, because like it's been rolling phenomenally, and with it rolling phenomenally, like obviously I don't want to have it slow down, but I do need to make sure that I am keeping her in the pocket well enough that we don't die or screw something up, because if I die or screw something up, I'll be very upset with myself. So yeah, anyways, peace out, have a good night, see ya in the team.